Thanks for joining us. Looking ahead tonight, a big weekend ahead for Memphis. The Grizzlies on national TV. And in just a couple of hours, a couple of changes will be in place on Beale Street to help keep everybody safe. This follows last weekend's shooting that killed a man. The first change you'll notice starts at 8 p.m. tonight and runs until 3 a.m. Security will search people with metal detectors before they're even allowed to enter Beale Street. Then an hour later, starting at 9 p.m., you'll have to pay a $5 security fee or cover charge if you want to get on Beale Street. The Downtown Memphis Commission says the bottom line is that these measures work with a proven track record of reduced violence. The victim of that shooting last weekend was 26-year-old Taquan Smith. He was the father of 4. An attorney representing Smith's family today held a news conference. Brad Broders continues our coverage now. He's downtown on Beale Street. And Brad, what were the major takeaways from that news conference today?
Well, Richard, that attorney argued Taquan Smith's death happened in large part because of what he said was a lapse in security here on Beale Street last weekend. That attorney also questioned why an independent state agency didn't take over, since 3 Memphis police officers also fired shots. With loved ones of Taquan Smith by his side fighting their emotions, attorney Howard Manis announced his firm is launching their own investigation following last weekend's deadly shooting on Beale Street outside the Green Room.
I have a duty to my clients to independently determine who's at fault here.
Smith was an aspiring musician and a father of 4, with a 5th on the way. He died after 2 a.m. Sunday morning after Memphis police say 2 groups shot at each other. 2 others were hurt.
He is loved by his family and friends and is going to be greatly missed.
Manis questioned why security stopped wanting people to get on Beale Street, even though establishments were still open at the time of the shootouts.
Why is it necessary to have security from 9 to 1 but not from 1 to 3?
In response to the deadly shooting, the Downtown Memphis Commission, which oversees security on Beale Street, said starting this weekend it would expand the wanding hours to get on the street and bring back a security fee. Still, Manis argued security measures weren't strong enough last weekend before the adjustments.
Why did Taquan Smith die? There's one thing I know. If a gun is not allowed on Beale Street and had somebody done their job and kept the gun off Beale Street, we wouldn't be here today.
Manis also questioned why the Shelby County District Attorney's Office didn't call in the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, since MPD said 3 officers also returned fire and are now on standard administrative leave.
We've got a shooting. Police are involved. It's undisputed that they fired their weapons. At a minimum, an independent investigation by the TBI should have been conducted and should be ongoing now.
Now, some important pieces of clarification. According to a 2018 Memorandum of Understanding, the Shelby County District Attorney only calls in the TBI if a member of local law enforcement kills someone in the line of duty. Both the Memphis Police Department and the District Attorney reiterated late this afternoon that Smith's death was not a result of any of those Memphis police officers who opened fire. Also, a Downtown Memphis Commission spokesperson declined comment in response to this news conference by that attorney earlier today. In downtown Memphis, I'm Brad Broders.